Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of my 100 Days series in a zombie-infested Minecraft world. I put a lot of hard work into this video, especially this one, and I'm really excited to finally share it with you. I've been working on this for a while now. If you enjoy the video, make sure to let me know in the comments how I can improve and what you'd like to see in the future. Your feedback means a lot and it helps me make each and every video better, more than you think. Thanks so much for watching and sticking with me, it really means the world. Alright, let's dive into this chaotic survival adventure together. Alright everybody, starting everything off, I decided I need to find a home, somewhere to stay at least, and I needed to find it quick. So, doing what any sane Minecrafter would do, I went to the nearest thing and didn't know what it was and broke it. Turns out it was a sapling. You can break pine cones and get them. I started to organize my inventory a little bit and equipped a torch for some light and went for some wood. I needed wood if I'm going to make tools, so I started breaking that tree down. Well, after my tree was successfully broke, I decided to turn my logs into planks and my planks into a crafting table. Right after that, I realized I am getting way ahead of myself and I'm going to need some cobblestone. So, I immediately broke it right after I crafted it, and I went on the hunt for cobblestone. What's the best way to find cobblestone? Going to gravel, of course. So, I went straight to the gravel right next to me, and decided to get a little bit of that, and cobblestone while I'm at it. After reaping my bountiful harvest from the cave, I decided to leave, with an official 28 stone. Don't know why I didn't just do 30 for the heck of it, but that's okay. After that, I realized it's time to make my upgrades. I started off by making an axe and needed some more sticks. So, made a few more sticks. Then I decided to make a sword next. Right after that, I said, hey, we're gonna need a pick. So, that's where that came in. Now that I've officially upgraded my arsenal of tools, I decided it's time to find somewhere to live. So, I went on the hunt. After breaking one last tree, decided it was time to go. As I was looking for a place to stay, I noticed a camp, a blue tent sticking out of the ground. I broke into there and found a chest. And let's just say that chest was loaded with food. There was canned tomatoes, cookies, and water. So, I took the food and left. Looking for more of the tents, I found 3 in total. The red one had nothing in it, sadly, but the next one actually had something. I broke a few of the trees outside for a little extra wood and decided to check the chest. Had water and canned pork, which is definitely going to help. After pillaging that little village, I decided to continue my hunt to find our home. Well, I guess it's not technically a village, but technically it is. Depends who you ask. If you ask a smart guy or a dumb guy. All jokes aside, as I was searching, I actually found a town in the distance, and that's better than the village any day of the week in my opinion. Checked out a small little hole and decided to continue running to the town. What a beautiful sight. This game really is beautiful, especially with the shaders it offers. It's amazing. It really is. As I was arriving in the town, I noticed it was actually pretty nice looking. I saw 2 houses in front of me and decided to go check them out. Boy, was that a mistake. As I arrived to the first one, it turns out, well, it's a horde building, and a lot of zombies were showing up very quickly. So I ran away like the beta I am, straight across the street and looked at it from a distance. But I got enough courage to go back the house next to it. And as I got next to it, believe it or not, horde building as well. They were, in fact, showing up incredibly fast. So I ran away again, but this time all the way across the street, because I had my eyes on something else. A better building, something bigger. As I made my way up to the house I was eyeing down from across the street, I realized this is actually a pretty nice little corner. There's a house right next to me I could peek through and try and see if there's any food. I looked and checked, but there was nothing. So I walked inside. Didn't realize there was a door right next to me. Closed it and I looked. There's actually some food and a pot cooking food on the stove. Couldn't really use it yet though. I need a few things before we can use it. After I was done with the room, I noticed there's a trap door and it led down to the basement. I arrived inside of the basement and saw there was a lot of food, even dirt and water. But I found a spawner, so I broke it. Got a little bit of XP for that. I started thinking that I could actually use this place to probably live. And it probably wouldn't even be that bad of a place. So I started cleaning it out. After clearing it out, I picked up a few more crates of food and noticed there was actually wool. And what can you do with wool? Well, you can make a bed, which will allow me to sleep because night was here. And it was scary. I didn't know if a zombie was gonna just come running down that ladder or even spawn behind me and just obliterate me with my back turned. So I quickly threw down my junk and placed my table and got the crafting. I made my bed swiftly after, just a basic simple white one, and I placed it down and went straight to bed, thus ending my first day. And what a day it was. Now beginning day 2, I was organizing my inventory in my chest when out of nowhere a zombie spawns, almost vanquishing me in the process. If I didn't hear him, I honestly probably would have died. It made me realize I need to light this place up and make it more habitable. So that's exactly what I did. I went back to organizing a little bit more before I continued, putting all my stuff away, putting it in chest, just cleaning everything out in general. I went back upstairs to honestly clear the building. I went up to the second floor, checked it out, didn't really see anything. I actually found some more loot, including a chest which had coal and, well, skillet. To be honest, this is pretty cool. I rung the bell because why not? I looked through the cabinet, got some more food including onions. Went through the other one, tomatoes and lettuce, some more goodies. Didn't really see anything else in here besides a delicious thing, but I don't have a bowl. Whatever that is, looks good. So I went up to the 3rd floor. At the 3rd floor though, wasn't so simple. As soon as I got up there, I knew something was off. I saw flames coming from the bottom of the counter right here. Realized there's a spawner, so I broke it. After breaking the spawner, I realized the building should now be safe. Everything should be clear. I checked everything just in case, but I was still pretty on edge after finding that hidden spawner. Found a lot of eggs in this one, and a knife. That should come in handy later on. So I got the knife in my hotbar, picked up my torch, and decided I need to double check everything. Make sure everything's good. So I threw some junk on the floor because that's who I am as a person. Hopped on the roof because why not? May as well scope my surroundings. We live right next to a bigger building and another identical one in front of me. So, messed with the blinds a bit because that's pretty cool. Didn't think you could. Went down the ladder. Fell down pretty quick too. And decided to check the other places. Just to make sure. Didn't see anything. Everything looked good. Thought I saw something here, but it was nothing. So, I looked by the bushes, nothing, and looked in the little room right there, there was nothing, and I went down to the 1st floor. Looked outside a little bit, nothing, but I should probably make a door. But went through the 1st floor first, checked for spawners, didn't see anything. Tried hopping over that bush one too many times, can't do it. How embarrassing. So, I went down to my hole again, out of embarrassment, and decided it's time to fortify. So, I opened up my chest, and I grabbed my wood, and started making doors. After finishing all my crafting, I decided to start fortifying. I placed 2 doors in front and another 2 doors in the back, just in case they can break through them. After that, I went through the first floor again, double checking everything, thinking on how I can improve this. I was checking around and decided to start placing torches, just in case more zombies spawn like down there. So I went back up to the second floor and placed another torch right by the chest. It was pretty dark there. Everything else looked pretty good, so time for the third floor. Hopefully I did good enough job on this, or else zombies will probably murder me in my sleep. Placed another torch up on the third floor and decided to call it good. I went back down. I went to the basement and decided it's time to start getting some iron bars. We're gonna need these iron bars, because I'm gonna use them to block off all my windows eventually. So I started breaking them all down, and let me tell you, it takes a little longer than you would think. I did not expect there to be so many. After finishing getting all of my iron bars, I decided it's time to organize and expand. So I placed my wooden crate on top of my barrel, just to make some more space. I know, seems pretty stupid. Why do that when you can make an actual chest? But we live and we learn. So after filling up my crate, I kind of realized that, because that's not a lot of space. So I got my wood from my crate, and I went into my barrel and got my logs and turned them into planks. Then I turned those planks in the chest, 2 to be exact. Now that I have 2 chests, I am ready to expand. The chest looked weird, but doing what any normal person would do, I just suppressed it and started filling it up. I went over to my crate and I started taking all my loot, one by one. Went over to my chest and filled that up too. But not done yet, because my barrel still has some stuff in there too. I took all of it out, nice and satisfying like, and put it in there and sorted it. Now it's all nice and clean and organized. Put in a few odds and ends in there, like my wool and dirt. Whooped. I realized I have no torches at this point, so I went to go make some. Turns out that's not how you make torches. I have no clue how to make them in this. So I struggled for a bit. Longer than I would like to admit. Decided just to look it up. Turns out you need wool. Yeah, you need wool to make torches in this mod. So I grabbed my 6. Put those in there. My coal, my wool, and my sticks. Gave me 36 torches. We're gonna need that eventually. Got big plans. I muster up the courage to start a little adventure. Had second thoughts, but I decided to push myself through. I decided I am going to loot this gas station. I went in here and saw a spawner, so I broke bookshelf, getting to the spawner and demolishing it. Closed the door behind me just in case any zombies are out there and wanna absolutely ruin my day. So I break the bookshelves, need everything, and I even broke the cobwebs. Get that string. Never know when you need it. After that, I saw another chest at the top. I opened it up to say it had some pretty good loot. After that, I even looted the chest down here. Had a lot more food. Not even the vending machines were safe. Took all that too. Second one was pretty loaded. More loaded than I thought it would be. Then I rung the doorbell for good luck, and I left. After the looting, I felt kinda brave. Though I heard a few zombies and went over to this window and decided to fight. I ended up picking one off, but then I didn't want to go in to get the loot because I was pretty scared as I saw another one. So I decided just to get some more wood, but there's a zombie behind me trying to go for the good old sneak attack. Not going to work on me though. So picked him off and I went over to this tree and simply showed it who's the boss. Broke it down and it went inside. I saw something out the window. Didn't know what it was and I tried to ignore it. Maybe it was nothing. But just in case it was something, I went out to see if I could see anything out there on the other side. Maybe I'm getting ambushed. There was nothing, and out of nowhere, a surprise attack almost got me, but I finished him off first. That could have been bad. Let's just say that. Went back outside and ended up killing another guy. Didn't really check my loot, but looked around to make sure there was no more zombies left. And I went inside, ending my second day and beginning the third day. Honestly, it was quite a crazy day, this was. It was, full of very unexpected things. I enjoyed this video a lot, and I hope you guys did too. And if you did, please leave a like down below, because this video took a lot to do. It took me around 3 or 4 hours just to edit this, with just a lot of cuts and music. But I really did enjoy it, and I want to thank you guys for taking your time to watch this. If you made it this far, let me know how you liked it and what I can do to improve. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night. I'm Call Me Mason, by the way. Don't forget that.